All right, so having private investors to help you do your real estate deals will swing the doors wide open to opportunity. In this episode, I'm going to teach you exactly how to find private investors for your real estate deals. Hey guys, welcome back. In this episode, I'm going to show you 5 different ways to find private investors to help you do your real estate deals and also private lenders. All right, so first, one of my favorites is start a real estate meetup. You do not have to know everything to do this. You can absolutely do this. Me and my real estate broker did this in Colorado Springs. It's called the Colorado Springs Real Estate Investor Association. I have now moved out of Colorado Springs and this thing is still going absolutely strong. And I still do business with these private real estate investors at this event. So definitely look into starting a real estate meetup. I just went to one last night in Vero Beach. It was amazing. It was at the Walking Tree Brewery. This guy just got started in real estate. His name is Steve, and he puts this thing together, and there were so many people there. There were brand new people there. There were old people there, as far as old, like the old guard, the OGs in the business that had tons of money that would do deals with you. I met this old time builder. He's retired, used to build skyscrapers in New York City. So starting a real estate meetup gives you hierarchical primacy. You know, what does that even mean? And I had to practice to say that word, by the way. So hierarchical primacy gives you the ability to kind of just be the man, be the woman in the room, like, because you set that up, you're establishing that. Next, number 2, going to real estate meetups and actually speaking and serving and helping break down and set up by actually being there and serving, and you have something to speak on. Maybe you sell insurance, maybe you're a carpenter, maybe you work, in the construction industry. Actually speak on the topic and help and provide value to the members. All right, number 3 is actually using your mouth to talk about what you do. We've got TikTok, we got Snapchat, we got Facebook, we got Instagram stories and reels, and we can actually just be talking about what we're doing. In some of the early days when I would buy my first rentals, I would walk through while the construction was happening. People love that stuff. People are addicted to HGTV and like sitting in their living room eating popcorn, watching like this made up story. Give them real life examples of the crap that you go through. Like yesterday, perfect example. My acquisition manager, we got a deal, we got an offer, and she like literally went in and accepted it before we even waited for the bookkeeper to tell us where we were at as far as expenses on this property. If we would have accepted that offer, like if that would have actually went through, if the buyers would have had a chance to sign that offer, we would have been stuck and we would have lost $5,000. It was a little bit of an emotional roller coaster in my business yesterday, but sometimes we get a little excited and we do these things. It wasn't her fault. She did an amazing thing. Like, she was working, she was taking care of it. She didn't want me having to deal with it. But just know that like this is not all roses, and people love to see that. Just like, why are you watching this YouTube video? All right, number 4 is talking to other people, like your father-in-law, your mother-in-law, your father, your dad, your brother, your sister, whoever might be interested in doing these deals with you, because you absolutely never know who's got money. I mean, for instance, I've now done deals with people that are on my team. My office manager lended me money and we partnered on a deal together. My executive assistant, who I just hired a couple weeks ago, just told me she has a bunch of money in the bank account and she's tired of letting it sit there and do nothing. And she was asking how she can be a private investor, a private lender on some of our projects. I mean, that is like absolute pure music to my ears when people ask me that. And number 5, but before I get into it, you got to smash that subscribe button as a thank you to me, and I appreciate it so much for you doing that. And also, if you really want to show the love, hit that like button too. All right, so now I saved the absolute best for last. I'm gonna show you a demo from my computer, and I'm gonna give you access to this, a trial to use this, and this is gonna be one of the cheapest list sources you'll ever find and use. And you can find that by going to supercheaplist.cheap. It's on the screen. It's supercheaplist.cheap, and it's also below. If you hit the drop down in the description, you can click on it and get a great trial to this this service. All right, so this live example I'm gonna show you on my screen, you're actually gonna wanna send a postcard to these people. And I'm gonna give you this postcard as a free gift, this exact postcard that my lender gave me to raise over $7 million worth of money. His name is Hard Money Mike. He has a company called TNS Loans. He has lent me so much money on so many deals. Amazing guy, and he taught me this principle. But so I can't take credit. It came from Mike Bond. So I'm gonna show you on a company called ListSource how you can look up people that are gonna be ready to lend you money. All right, so by going to supercheaplist.cheap, you can go and find this. I'm actually gonna create my own list, and what I wanna do is I'm gonna figure out, let's just figure out like one of the richer areas in, like, let's just say Florida. We're doing deals in Palm Beach County, Florida. I wanna go to Palm Beach County in ListSource, so I'm gonna go to geography, and I'm gonna go to, let's just call it city, and I'm gonna select the state of Florida, and then I want to do West Palm Beach. So the whole point of this is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find people that are 55 years and older. They've lived in the same home for the last 10 years. It's completely paid for. They've got full mailing address. They probably have IRAs and 401ks that they're just not doing anything with. Or maybe they have a ton of cash in the bank. This is the best way to find ultimately some of the best private lenders that will be completely passive and stay out of your deal. We're gonna get their mailing information from this list source and then send them this special postcard that I'm gonna give you as a free gift. So, all right, there's 78,000 people in this county. Now we wanna go to mortgage. Actually, I don't wanna go to mortgage. I wanna go first to property type, and I'm gonna find it by going here, property type, and then I only wanna see the people that live in a house. So I'm looking for residential, single SFR. All right, so I found residential SFR, that is single family residence. I only wanna talk to people that live in houses. And then I'm gonna go to percent of equity. And then at the end, I'm gonna show you a list, actually checklist, so you don't forget any of these as well, all these that I'm doing. So equity percentage, I only wanna talk to people that own 100% equity in their house. What does that mean? That means they don't have a mortgage on their house whatsoever. They own it free and clear. And then I wanna see the time in the unit, which is 10 years plus, length of residence. I wanna see people that have lived in the same spot for 10 years, like they're totally settled in there. 10 plus years. I mean, this could be 10 to 30 years. So their house is paid for. They've lived there 10 plus years. They're in one of the richest counties in Florida. And then let's keep going. Let's just make sure I don't forget anything. All right, good. Next is demographics. I don't really worry about this except for age. I wanna make sure that these people are 55 and older. So I'm gonna check the 55 to 64, and then I'm gonna do the 65 to 65 plus. Generally, I don't really deal with people that are like 80 or older, I feel like, but I'm not gonna discriminate against them. I'm not against actually, doing deals with these people. And you wanna make sure that you talk to a real estate attorney before you do this, just to make sure that you're not breaking any rules and discriminating or getting yourself in trouble by doing this. So this is just a next level way to find private money. All right, next, foreclosure. I'm not really worried about that. I'm not gonna mess with the predictive analysis right now, but I'm gonna go to options. And then I want to see, if you notice, I've knocked this list down to 520 people. I want owner occupied. I want them to actually live there, and it went down a little bit more. That these aren't just a rental property. Now, granted, there could be, we can go back and forth on that, really no preference. We can mail one of their rentals, and we're eventually gonna find their mailing address. So you can leave that, but let's just take this list down a little bit more to owner occupied. And then I don't care if it's trustee owned or not. Corporate owned, let's just see if no preference. Let's see what that happens. Yeah, it doesn't really change it. We can just exclude it. And then this one is pretty important. I want both mailing and property address to be complete because I want all their information. Now I'm gonna go back here and make sure I didn't miss anything. Equity, length of residence, single family residence, mailing address, good. All right, so that's my little cheat sheet right there, and it is yours for free. That way you're not missing anything. What I'm gonna go to do is I'm actually gonna purchase this list. So if you notice here, I want to make sure that I remove duplicate property mailing addresses, And this list is $18 for 516 people that have lived in their house 10 plus years. It's paid for. They're 55 and older. These people more than likely have money to do real estate deals with, and I'm gonna do it all for $18. You can get my exact discount that I just paid. So I'm literally paying, let's pull out a calculator here. So we're getting, for $18, 516 records. So we're paying literally 0.03 cents per person that's probably got $50 or $60 or $100,000 they can lend you. So I hope this helps you. I'm gonna get you my discount code, and that is supercheaplist, supercheaplist.cheap. Head on over, sign up for a ListSource account, and then as promised, I'm gonna give you the exact link that you can go to use the exact postcard that you wanna send to these people. And what's really cool is you can interchange this picture on this postcard. You could put land, you can put a house, you can put apartment complexes, you could put storage units, whatever it is that you invest in. And it basically says, hey, would you rather leave your money in the rocky, crazy stock market, or would you rather have a secure investment like this? Land, houses, whatever you put as a picture. And you can get that postcard as my free gift to you by heading on over to thelandsharks.com/lending postcard. Again, it's on the screen. That's thelandsharks.com/lending postcard.